The first sound Elias Crow heard that morning was crying, soft, broken, and coming from beneath his feet. He froze in the kitchen of his Kansas homestead, coffee half poured, heart tightening. The cellar hadn't been opened in weeks. Slowly, he set the tin cup down and reached for the rifle by the door. Wind rattled the windows. The prairie lay quiet beyond them, too quiet. "Who's there?" he called, keeping his voice steady. The crying stopped. A long moment passed, then a woman's voice rose from below, hoarse and desperate. "Please, don't tell him you found me." Elias swallowed. He lifted the cellar door and aimed the rifle down into the dark. What he saw made his grip loosen. A woman crouched among the potato crates, dirt smeared on her face, dress torn, eyes wide with fear. She couldn't have been more than 25. Her wrists were bruised purple. One cheek bore the fading mark of a slap, or worse. "I ain't here to hurt you," Elias said quietly. "But you can't stay hidin', without tellin' me why." She pushed herself upright, trembling. "My name's Clara. I ran from my husband." Elias had heard that tone before, raw terror mixed with resolve. "Where'd you run from?" "Missouri," she whispered. "He'll kill me if he finds me." Elias helped her up into the light and gave her water. As she drank, he noticed how she flinched at every movement, every creak of the house. When she finished, she met his eyes. "He's already looking," she said. "And he won't come alone." Elias nodded slowly. He knew the type. Men who mistook cruelty for authority often wrapped themselves in the law when it suited them. That afternoon, dust rose on the horizon. Clara saw it first. "That's them," she breathed. Through the spyglass, Elias counted 3 riders. One wore a sheriff's badge that caught the sun. The man in front rode tall and confident, reins loose in his hands like he owned the land beneath his horse. "That's my husband," Clara said. "Samuel Briggs." Elias set the glass down. Samuel Briggs had a reputation. Hard man, well-connected, mean as winter. If he'd brought the law, he meant to take her back by force or by paperwork. "You ain't goin' anywhere," Elias said. "Not if you don't want to." Her eyes filled again. "You don't know what he's done." "I don't need to," Elias replied. "I can see it." The riders pulled up in front of the house. Samuel dismounted first, boots striking the dirt with confidence. He smiled like a man greeting an old friend. "Afternoon," he called. "I'm lookin' for my wife. Sheriff here says she might be hidden on your land." The sheriff stepped forward. "Sir, we have a lawful warrant. She's a runaway." Elias leaned against the porch post, rifle resting easy but ready. "You got proof she's here?" Samuel's smile thinned. "Don't play games, farmer. She belongs to me." Clara stiffened behind the door. Elias's voice hardened. "No one belongs to anyone." Samuel laughed softly. "You don't know her. She's unstable, ran off in the night. Needs discipline." Before Elias could answer, Clara stepped out onto the porch. "I left because you beat me," she said, voice shaking but loud. "Because you locked me in the cellar. Because you said no one would believe me." The sheriff hesitated. "Mrs. Briggs, is this true?" Samuel turned slowly, eyes darkening. "You stupid girl." He reached for his gun. The shot rang out before his hand cleared leather. Samuel staggered, surprise etched on his face as he collapsed into the dirt. Elias lowered the rifle, smoke curling from the barrel. The prairie fell silent. The sheriff stared, horrified. "He was reachin'. I saw," Elias said. "So did you." The other deputy backed away, hands raised. Clara sank to her knees, shaking, not from fear this time, but release. "I thought he'd never stop," she whispered. The sheriff removed his badge and placed it on the porch rail. "I ain't talkin' this man's side," he said quietly. "And I ain't written a lie in my report." They rode away without another word. That night, the wind swept clean across the plains. Elias buried Samuel Briggs beyond the fence line, no marker, no prayer. Some men didn't earn either. At dawn, Clara stood at the edge of the porch, watching the sun rise. "What will you do now?" Elias asked. She straightened her shoulders. "Live," he nodded. "You're welcome to stay as long as you need." She smiled, not wide, not yet, but real. And for the first time since she'd run, Clara felt truly free.